Sim, survival information, motivation. Hope everyone is well. Are you staying focused? Y'all do see the big picture. You see what's going on out there. So, one thing important is, as far as survival, paying attention to what's going on in other countries as well, because it can happen here. Anything happens somewhere else, it's possible that it can happen here. So, I hope everyone is staying focused with what's happening, as well as still stockpiling. I want to say stockpiling, but just getting your supplies, whether it's food, water, tools, any type of hardware you might need to fix anything. The other day I had to fix a toilet in the house, and I actually bought, it was just a flap, but I actually bought the flap and I bought a whole nother kit because it was only like $10. So I was like, hey, might as well just put it, throw it in the closet for when I need it. Planning ahead, that's what it's about. So with that being said, defense, self-defense. Now, you know that the Second Amendment has been under attack for a very long time, and it's increasing, and there's so many things that's happening behind the scenes that, you know, unless you're really vigilant and staying on top of it, you're not hearing about. But yes, they are trying to ban weapons for the most part. But here's a little solution for people. It's a low cost, maybe not as effective as you want, but depending how you use it and what kind of application. Old school brick. Now that sounds a little ridiculous, right? Of course, you know, this is for self-defense purposes only. You know, your back's against the wall, you have no choice. You know, you have an armed assailant coming at you, whatever it is. You know, you could get them for cheap. I think I paid like 60 cents for that actual brick. It definitely could take somebody's top off. You know, it's, you know, break a jaw, split somebody's wig open. However you use it, you know, if you use it on the broadside, it's a little less dangerous. Still hurts, of course, but if you have to use the pointy side, then yeah, it could be more fatal. So again, I'm not advocating for anyone to hurt anyone, but that is a means of form of self-defense that you may have to take up on, because if they take out weapons, you don't have much. And you could also use it as a projectile. Now, of course, you would have to practice throwing it to be accurate with it. But, you know, it's definitely possible, just offering ways that, you know, you can defend yourself, because not everyone has the right or legally can obtain a firearm in their state, all right, or country where they are at. Next up, information. We had, what's the name? Arnold Schwarzenegger decides to say, screw your freedoms, because you should get, you know, the thing that everyone needs to get, because you're doing it for your fellow man. It's good for humanity. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you're supposed to be take care of yourself first before you can help anyone else. Start with, correct? Well, am I wrong? Like, you have to have that in you. If you hate yourself, you're probably going to show that hate towards someone else. So, with that being said, no long story, you need to know how to love yourself, how to appreciate yourself, how to self-care, take care of yourself, and come to your own conclusions and beliefs, not based off of what other people tell you or force on you. So, no long story with that, but what I have to say about that screw your freedom thing is, as I say, Freedom Forever hoodies that I do sell and promote, he has the right to say that. I don't like it, but that's just his opinion. But he does have the right to say it. But that brings a broader picture that a lot of people agree with him and feel like, nah, this is just the way it should go. So, as was stated in one of his movies, Terminator 3, when John Connor got to the Fallout bunker, he said a very important comment that stuck with me. His job wasn't to stop Judgment Day, it was to survive it. So with that being said, we can't stop what's going to happen. It's not. It's about surviving it the best way you know how. As far as motivation, that's the motivation for today. So your survival is, you know, stay in tune with what's going on and keep planning and preparing. Also, a break may be a way, you know, self-defense, short distance, of course. And motivation is learning to survive what's happening, because it's not going to be stopped. There's so much information that's relevant that's just being censored, and it's just like, no, it's only one narrative. So with that, honestly, to end on that note, freedom forever, create and conquer. We out.